Hello again, beautiful creatures. My name is Nicole, and I make Procreate tutorials here on YouTube. Today, this one I'm super excited about. It is these little tiny candy corns, and this one is absolutely beginner friendly. I'm only using one brush set, and it has at most probably like 5 to 7 brushes, but the example outline will be down below, as well as the colors that I used. So you get the outline and a Procreate palette. The brushes I use all the time in the paper texture I have linked down below. Honestly, there's just a couple steps to this. First, we are going to go in with an orange, then a yellow, then a kind of like off-white color. Blend those together, add some highlights, some shadows, and then that's basically it. Don't forget to subscribe, like if you like this, and let me know what you want to see next. And yeah, we are just going to go in with that yellow color now. Once you fill in all the orange ones, however you prefer to fill in, I prefer to do each one by hand. Some people will duplicate and copy them over, but these brushes are in the paper texture, of course, are pretty unique. So it does not hurt to just go in and kind of do everything by hand, because each corn, Halloween candy corn, will be unique. I kind of like having my drawings to look like that and not so neat in that kind of way, even though I tend to be a perfectionist and like to make things as realistic as I can possibly do. That does not mean that you have to, but yeah, so just keep on filling those in, and we will eventually get to the white part. So I have gone in and filled in all the tops of the candy corn. Funny enough, candy corn is known as America's most hated Halloween candy. I learned that the other day. I personally don't mind it, but if there's like something else at a party, I will probably go for that. But using this like off-white color, because our paper texture is a stark white, I'm just going in and filling in the rest of the candy corns that I have. So now that we have finished that up, of course, pause and do whatever you have to do to this video to get your candy corns done. If you want to just do one, that's understandable. But I'm taking a medium orange color and using a brush. It is the wash brush that's part of the collection. I am going in and blending the candy corn colors together. But I have drawn all of them on different layers, each color. So now I am just putting those all together on one layer so they seamlessly blend into each other. That is the kind of trick with this brush pack, is that it definitely works like a traditional medium where layers are a little bit tricky to work with, but once you get the hang of it, it's an awesome brush set. So yeah, just go in and blend those out. They don't have to be perfect. If anything, make them a little rough, because we all know candy corns in the grocery store or real life are not perfect like that. So now that the candy corn colors are all blended together, I am going in with a detail brush that is part of the same brush pack and just making some random highlights. These are honestly very random. They're not perfect, but it's okay because we're going to use a trick in Procreate that I really love. But just kind of put them where you think highlights would be on a piece of candy corn. If you need some guidance around lighting and shading, there's tons of YouTube tutorials on basics around that, but I'm assuming that the light source is coming from kind of directly above, maybe directly above the candy corn and off to the top end of the paper. So yeah, just go in and touch up whatever you need to with the blending brush. All the highlights are on a separate layer, as you can see here, to keep things easier while we're working. So here's this cool trick I was talking about. We're going to use the Gaussian blur on that layer of just the white highlights that we had, and you just slide your pen across the paper to blur them out. It's super awesome to do this trick because you get that watercolor kind of wash without having to worry about blending out each and every single little highlight. Don't do it too much because otherwise they fade out completely, but now you can see that I am going in and using this red color and kind of marking out my shadows. We are going to be using that same trick, separate layer, put all your red lowlights in, and we are going to go back in, use that Gaussian blur on just this layer, and it will be fabulous. It will look like, instead of the highlights, it will look like shadows, and seamlessly blend in without you having to do a ton of work. Now on a new layer, we are going to use our wash brush and add in the shadows right underneath the candy corns. This helps make them pop, and the wash brush is perfect because we want that very smoked out kind of look. Don't want anything that has any harsh lines. So take a fresh layer, put it underneath your candy corns, and just add in those low lights, those shadows, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, just quickly go in and just add that little shadow. Don't add in anything too harsh, just a neutral kind of gray color. Maybe more on the warm side because candy corns, they're orange and red, which are, you know, warm tone colors. So yeah, we're just gonna go in and add all those in. Alright, so that is the end of the tutorial. Just clean up any rough spots that you have, but look how fabulous this is. Until next time, thank you for watching.